Warning: Me Time and Murder is intended for mature audiences. Listener discretion is advised. Oh, for God's sake, here
Dancing
it goes.
around him, reciting poetry. Yes.
Oh my God! That's crazy.
No. Why? Oh, well, big surprise.
Oh God.
Dead on the bathroom floor.
Did it? Okay.
Oh.
Okay, Trez, what are you drinking?
Today I am drinking a festive tea.
Mm-hmm.
I told you about this. Can you guess what it is? So I had my mulled wine tea.
Yes, that was on
Previously.
the Patreon exclusive episode.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
my mulled wine.
Uh-huh.
So what do you think this wine is?
Okay, is it
What?
mulled?
Damn it! What do you think this tea
What
is?
do you think this tea is?
Damn it.
Is it like a mulled cider?
No, but that would be nice. I actually love mulled cider.
Yeah, hot cider is nice.
I'll give you one more guess because it's going to be hard to...
So it's Christmassy tea.
Yes, the first one was mulled wine
Okay.
tea.
Uh-huh. This one, is it like eggnog or something?
Oh, that would be cool. No, okay.
I should
This
just
is-
invent teas.
This is raspberry and sparkling wine tea.
Raspberry and sparkling wine.
Sparkling wine in a tea.
Are all your teas for like recovering alcoholics? Like
Light and fruity raspberry and sparkling wine infused in tea, a festive blend with notes of sweet raspberry and crisp sparkling wine flavouring. When you open it,
Mhm.
the smell of wine
Mhm.
is unreal. I'm going to
Oh.
open it now. I'm going to have a... Oh, yeah. It's very good. These are really good, guys. These are in Aldi if they haven't sold out already
Uh-huh.
for the Christmas period. The mulled wine one is also really good. So, yeah, that's what I'm having today.
Nice.
I don't think there's actual alcohol. No, there's not.
I don't think there's
Okay, no, there's not. I've looked
in
at
a
the
tea
ingredients.
bag. I don't think there's alcohol in a tea bag.
They couldn't possibly. Can you powder alcohol?
I'm sure there's a way to do that.
No, I've looked
No?
at both of them. There's no.
No? Oh, you're
No.
safe then. You'll not fall off the wagon.
It's good. We're all good. We're all good. What are you drinking today, Miriam?
I just have a Lipton's iced tea.
Oh, the lemon or the
Yeah,
peach?
the lemon.
Have you tried the like mojito one? I
No.
think we spoke about this before. Remember I
Have
was
we?
telling you I was in Portugal and I was in the McDonald's and they had really cool drinks. Like you could get beer or you could get iced tea mojito, Lipton's mojito.
Oh, that looks good.
It was cool. Like, you know, McDonald's is
Oh.
just like Coke or
Uh-huh.
whatever.
Yeah.
The other countries have like alcohol and stuff.
Oh,
It's
look.
really cool.
Lipton have a daiquiri flavour. Well, they're all virgin, obviously. They have a daiquiri
Yeah.
and they have a pina colada.
I've only ever seen the mojito one. It's like a mint one. It's like a green bottle.
Uh-huh. I see it.
It is
I'm
nice,
looking
but
at
I
it.
do like the classic lemon.
Yeah, the original. Yeah.
Yeah, the peach is nice. It's sort of maybe too sweet sometimes.
I think it's
But
very
not-
sweet. Unless you like add loads and loads of ice to it, then it's like palatable. Yeah.
I went through a phase of the peach.
We don't have a lot of Liptons in the north, do we? Or is it more
I don't think
popular?
so. There's a Lipton's factory beside where Dan works. So
Oh,
he-
really?
Yeah.
Mm.
Definitely talked about them before.
Yeah, he's like from, you said his parents are from
Parents
Fermanagh?
are from Fermanagh.
Wow. Oh,
Shout out.
great people are from Fermanagh.
Yeah, very true.
What about your me time? You said you're excited to tell me something.
So I'm back in Fermanagh for Christmas.
Ooh.
I came back to all the weird and wonderful things that I ordered off of Amazon.
Uh-huh.
I think I'd mentioned to you in the past the hair noodle.
Uh-huh. The hair noodle, yes.
Finally got my hands on the hair noodle. I'm trying
And?
to find it now. Here it is. Success. Really big success.
Uh-huh.
Didn't have high hopes.
Uh-huh.
It's a flippin' foamy noodle with
Mhm.
some silk wrapped around it.
Mm-hmm.
But it seriously does wonders. You just spray the hair with water, you dampen your hair, you wrap it around the noodle, go to sleep, wake up the next morning and your hair is curled.
What is it like to sleep on?
It's unbelievable. There was a few times I woke up in the night, so it's actually much better. I used to put the curlers in my hair, and the problem is they're at the back of your head.
Yeah.
and that's annoying to sleep on. This noodle's by either side of your ear. It's behind your ear.
Okay.
So, but it's just either side of your head, and so obviously laying backwards is fine. Now, if you want to lay on your sides, it is actually fine because you're never laying on the noodle. The noodle is never at the back of your head or at the side. It's never in the way of your head getting on the pillow.
Wow.
So it's great. Yeah, no, it's really great. There's a few times in the middle of the night I woke up and I kind of had to remember, oh yeah, there's a noodle there, and I just kind of like pushed it to the side. But honestly, way better than the rollers.
Oh, really?
So yeah, really happy with that, and it was really cheap.
How much was it?
Oh God, I want to say like, I don't think I would have paid more than 15 for it.
£15? How big is it?
I think I did get a slightly bigger one. It's probably the length of it. Now I'm talking about a single arm of the noodle. There's one arm goes across your right ear and one goes across your left. So like one arm is probably nearly the length of like a standard pillow. Wee bit shorter.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, $9.97.
Oh, bargain.
Yeah.
Where'd you get it? Amazon?
Amazon. If you just type in heatless curling rod or heatless curls, it'll come up. Heatless curls, I think that's what I searched for. There's loads of them.
We love our hack products in this house.
Really happy with that. That means you don't have to curl your hair in the morning. I think it's really worth it. What about you? What are you doing for me time?
I am just slowly taking off my nail varnish that has been left on there for a long time because I was at Disney, and then I was at Christmas Eve drinks, then I was at Christmas Day, so I was just keep lacquering on the nail varnish. I'm just going to take it off and let my nails heal a bit. Okay, Trez, today we are talking about the Cooneen Ghost.
Why does that ring a bell?
Because I was speaking about it. Remember we did the poltergeist in Dergonley? And I was talking about the Cooneen Ghost. And it was something about a priest and they went to America and there was something about a kettle and
okay, yeah.
And somebody stole the kettle from the kitchen of the Cooneen house and then they moved to America. And the poltergeist followed them and he had to go back and return the... So apparently I got a message saying how incredibly wrong I was that I have...
You mean the ghost did not travel inside a kettle to America?
So yes, that did not happen. And I was told I have butchered the story. And then I was sent...
Here, I think we might butcher a lot of things.
So I was sent a link to a Facebook website, a Facebook page, which has like the full story. So
there's a Facebook page for the Cooneen Ghost?
Yeah, so it's called, this Facebook page, where I got the whole story from. I've changed it a little bit, not too much. It is Irish Ghost Tales and Things That Go Bump in the Night.
Okay.
That's the name of the Facebook. If anybody else is interested in looking for some spooky stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Everything I'm reading today comes from this Facebook. So if I'm wrong again, forward your complaints to Facebook, not me.
Okay.
It was in 1913 that our story starts. A widow woman called Mrs. Murphy lived in a mountain cottage near Brookborough, County Fermanagh. We're in Fermanagh again. And you're in Fermanagh.
I'm in Fermanagh.
And Lipton's iced tea's parents are from Fermanagh.
From Fermanagh.
She lives in Fermanagh with her son and 5 daughters. The problems seemed to begin following the unexpected death of Mr. Murphy due to a tragic accident.
An accident, you say?
An accident?
Mrs. Murphy.
Foul play is afoot, I think. Nah, I doubt. Why would she kill her husband if she's got 6 kids? I don't think that's going to happen.
I don't know. I don't know. Keep my eye on Mrs. Murphy.
It's been simple enough. The occasional knocking on the front door. When someone answered the door, there was no one there. Now, that could be put down to local lads just messing around, but the knocking became more frequent. It wasn't just on the front door either, but on every door and every window in the house.
Oh, God.
There were other strange happenings. Above the cottage was a room used for storage of hay.
Above the cottage?
Yes.
Above where they lived?
Yeah, so it probably is a bit smelly.
Yeah.
1913.
Okay. Yeah.
The room could only be accessed by a stone staircase that was on the outside of the cottage. So you can't get into the hay loft from inside. It has to be outside. Which, to me, that's kind of creepy. But I guess you don't want to be pulling down barrels of hay into the house.
Yeah, be getting into the house, yeah.
The family began to hear heavy footsteps coming from the room. But whenever anyone went to investigate, there was no one there. Mrs. Murphy decided to ask some of her friends and neighbours to sit with her and listen to the noises, even though they heard...
Imagine coming over to someone's house and them asking you to sit and listen to the noises. You'd be like, okay.
Party on.
Okay.
Just sit and listen. But even though they heard the banging and footsteps, no one could explain it. Things began to take a turn for the worse. Plates would suddenly lift into the air, fly across the room, and smash against the cottage wall.
That's what she said. She just got angry.
It's just her losing her temper.
Yeah.
I'm yet to hear about the kettle.
Yeah, when's the kettle?
Pots and pans and maybe a kettle would follow,
Okay.
and music would suddenly begin to play. For some reason, the ghost seemed to like the song, the soldier song, and the boiling water.
Wait a minute, how's this music playing?
There's just music would start to play in the house.
But through what?
I don't know.
Oh,
Yeah.
so many unanswered questions. Did they even have record players back then?
In the 1913, did they?
I don't think so. I don't know. Did they?
I think they had radio. Sometimes the rapping and sometimes the rapping sound followed the rhythm of the tunes. The family also watched furniture moving on its own, and in one of the bedrooms, the bed lifted off the floor by several inches before crashing back down again.
Ooh.
Mrs. Murphy grew so scared for her children, for herself and for her children, she called in the services of... Who? Who do you call?
Who are you gonna call? Father
Coyle.
some Boyle?
Coyle.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Is it?
Father Coyle,
Is
yeah.
it? Boyle is a Fermanagh name, all right.
Coyle.
Boyle. Oh, Coyle.
Yes, Coyle.
There are both. There are both.
I don't think
Believe
I've
it or
ever
not.
met. I don't think I've ever
There
met
are
a Coyle.
boils and there are coils.
There are boils.
This sounds gross.
I've never met a Coyle.
Okay, Father Coyle. Who are you gonna call?
Father Coyle.
Okay. Have you watched? Oh my god. Oh my god.
What?
I need to get the name of it.
Ghostbusters?
It's about. No.
Yes, I have seen Ghostbusters.
It's about. There's an app on your phone and it tells you when you're gonna die.
Oh, it's so stupid.
It's like some kind of satanic, like demonic app kind of a thing. So they get this priest. They get this priest. Miriam, you have to watch it. It's so funny. The priest is like this really nerdy, like he loves like hunting demons and stuff. It's really funny. 1 second, I'm gonna get the name of it.
Wait, I'm confused. I thought it was an app.
Yeah, so they get like
YouTube?
a coder.
Or is this
they
real?
get a coder to try to like fix the app and change the app. But that's not working, so then they have to get a priest. They're trying to get all these people to like help them. 1 second, let me.
Is
look
this a
at
movie?
This is a movie, and it's like a horror, but a comedy horror.
Oh, I love
It's quite
comedy
good.
horrors.
Yeah, there's not that many laughs in it. There could be more.
Yeah.
And you have to wait a while until you get the laughs. Like it's not like it could be like half an hour in, maybe more. But I was glad that I waited because I was gonna like peace out.
Yeah.
But I was like, no, I'll wait. Oh, it's called Countdown.
Countdown?
Yeah. You'll recognise the girl in it as well.
Let me see.
I would recommend.
Countdown.
If you like priests and
If you like priests.
demons stuff.
Countdown horror
Just
movie.
reminded me of what we're talking about.
It got 5 out of 10 on Rotten Tomatoes.
Okay, that's not that good, but... Do you know what? For me, it was the priest.
The
scenes
priest. Is
with
it meant to be
priest
funny?
are so good. Yeah, no, it is definitely meant to be funny.
Okay.
He's really good. The priest is... I've never seen a priest portrayed like this in a movie. It was really good. Even if you just watched it just for that.
Is it sort of like Final Destination?
I guess. I don't think I've ever actually sat down and properly watched a Final Destination.
Oh, I love Final Destination.
But they don't know when they're going to die, though.
Yeah, they don't know, but death is like chasing them or whatever.
Chasing them,
Yeah.
yeah. There's a new thing called Hellbound on Netflix as well.
Hellbound?
I think it's like it's either Japanese or Korean, and it's like death is chasing them or something. People said, I think it's done even better than Squid Game, and Squid Game did really well. Did you watch Squid Game?
Of course, yeah. Did you?
Yeah, it was very good. Yeah.
Yeah, it was good.
I watched it before anybody watched it. And anytime I said Squid Game, people were like, what the hell are you talking about? And then after, it just took a while, and then people knew.
Oh, you must have watched it like the day it was released or something.
We watched it really early, yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was good. I don't like reading and eating at the same time, which is why I don't do a lot of foreign things, because anytime I'm watching TV, I'm eating. So
we just do the dub.
So I did the dub, yeah. So that's like, I'm happy to watch foreign films if they are dubbed, because I am usually multitasking.
I don't mind the dubbing. It doesn't bother me.
No, it doesn't bother
after
me
a while.
Anyway,
at the start it's weird, but
okay, where are we? Father Coyle.
Father Coyle.
So Mrs. Murphy has called Father Coyle from Maguire's Bridge. Father Coyle comes in.
It's like 15 minutes from where I am.
I know, it's so crazy.
Do you think he's still there? Am I joking?
Oh, I was going to say, do you think his like descendants? But he's a priest.
Oh, burn!
No, he's got no descendants.
Or it's that we know of.
That he's meant to have.
Why am I tarnishing this poor man's name?
Father Coyle? I don't even know. I can't remember the story. I can't remember if he's a good guy or a bad guy.
Okay.
Father Coyle paid a visit to the cottage and decided to see for himself what, if any, strange occurrences were happening. He was not to be disappointed. Strange shapes appeared and disappeared on the walls inside the cottage, and he also witnessed the pots and the pans flying across the room on their own and without any human intervention. The paranormal events were also witnessed by the MP, Mr. Healy, who it was said simply did not believe what he was seeing. Father Coyle described watching as blankets would rise and fall on an empty bed as if someone underneath was breathing.
Ooh.
I know, it's creepy, right? He also heard terrifying groans coming from the hay store upstairs. Father Coyle was also given permission to carry out 2 exorcisms in the cottage, which in itself was extremely unusual, for at that time very few exorcisms were carried out in Ireland. I didn't know you could exorcise a cottage.
Just about to say that. I always thought it was more like a person.
It's just like people.
What is it called when it is a house?
They're just saying exorcism.
But is there a word for that?
I don't know.
Right.
I know a lot of religious people get houses blessed and stuff.
Yeah. But think of horror movies. There are some horror movies where it is more of like a house thing.
Oh, what is that one?
It's not a seance because that's not anything, but what is it called?
I'm not too sure. I know what you're thinking of. Like the poltergeist of the house. And then Amityville Horror, that was also a house.
Yeah. Anyway.
Unfortunately for the family, the exorcisms didn't work and the ghosts continued to plague the family. The activity now started to get worse, as if the poltergeist resented the actions of the priest.
Oh God.
The Murphys' friends and neighbours even turned on them, shunning them and blaming the Murphys for practicing witchcraft and bringing this horrifying entity upon themselves. It was even suggested by some of the locals that Mrs. Murphy's son had found a book in the forest near Cooneen called The Legions of Doom.
That sounds like a crap video game from the 90s.
Right?
The Legions of Doom.
The Legions of Doom.
Oh my god.
The Legions of Doom was said to give instructions on how to carry out satanic rituals and conjure demons. The son was said to have developed an unhealthy interest in the spirit world, and some people suggested that he had tried to raise a demonic spirit in the cottage. Oh. To Mrs. Murphy, these accusations were the final straw. It was bad enough that no one seemed to be willing to help her. She was trying to cope with her own 6 children and no husband. She was scared stiff, and now on top of everything, the people she thought were her friends and family had turned against her and her children. Aww. Poor Mrs. Murphy.
Yeah.
Mrs. Murphy decided to pack up her meagre belongings and flee to America.
Oh, this must have been really bad for her to
flee.
Because that wasn't an easy feat back then.
Mm-hmm.
To go to America.
In the same year, 1913, she left the poltergeist and all her troubles behind. Well, that's what Mrs. Murphy thought. But in the end...
It was in the kettle!
It was in the kettle!
He snuck in the kettle.
Mrs. Murphy was badly mistaken.
Why would you bring a kettle to America? Wait a minute. I've answered my own question.
Because Americans don't have
they
kettles?
Don't have kettles.
Ah, but you have to chance it then with your demonic
she
kettle.
She was ahead of her time. How did she know that? She must have had wind that they... Yeah. They need to sort that out.
That's so strange they don't have kettles.
It's so weird.
It is. It is weird.
Sort it out.
And they always say to Americans, like, well, what do you use it for? And it's like, for boiling water. Well, for tea. I was like, but also for, like, boiling water for, like, pasta, rice.
Oh, yeah. I cannot wait for the pasta water to boil. Dan fills the saucepan with cold water.
No.
And waits.
No, a psycho.
Like
He's a psychopath.
And I'm like, we have a kettle. We have a kettle.
Yeah, that has been designed to boil water quickly.
Yeah, if you're cooking pasta, one of the reasons you're cooking pasta is you want a quick dinner.
Yeah.
Pasta cooks in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
If you're waiting for the water to boil, that's an extra 5 minutes. Drives me up the wall. And he's like, but it's more cost effective to use the stove.
No way.
Don't
no way, that's not true.
An accountant. That's my rant over.
Oh.
Yeah, okay, so is it I'm gonna hold out and see does the kettle come into it.
I don't know, but we've inserted the kettle into this story.
Oh really?
I don't know.
Okay.
Apparently there is no kettle, but I think there should be a kettle.
Aww.
I know, very sad. I always thought there was a kettle.
Okay.
To her surprise and horror, the poltergeist had followed them on the ship, and the banging and rapping once more began on the boat.
While she was on the ship, she wasn't even in America yet.
Not in America yet. Apparently, it is well documented the passengers on board complained to the captain about the strange noises coming from the Murphy's cabin. The captain was forced to confront Mrs. Murphy and told her that if she didn't stop the noise, he would be forced to put her off the ship. Where? Just going to
water?
In a lifeboat or something?
What?
Very strange. On the way to America. Going to get kicked off. She tried to explain to the captain about the poltergeist, but of course he didn't believe her. Sailors are an extremely superstitious lot, and the last thing he would have wanted was rumours beginning to spread about a ghost on board his ship. They seemed to have come to an understanding, for she was allowed to remain on board and eventually arrived in America. Having arrived in America, the Murphys found a new home, but the ghost followed them, and the haunting continued for some time. Eventually, the strange happenings became less and less, and without any explanation, they stopped completely, allowing the family to begin to live a new life as best they could. Unfortunately, it was to have a terrible effect on one of the Murphy girls. It is said that she was so traumatized by these events that she spent the rest of her life in a mental institution in America.
Oh, jeekers.
However, what
That's
happened?
very sad.
Isn't it? However, what happened to the ghost? The old cottage in County Fermanagh is still there today. And the locals will give you directions only if you ask. When you stand outside, you get an uneasy feeling. But when you enter inside, the first thing you will notice is the cold. And if you felt uneasy outside, well, that's nothing to what you will feel once in. It is said that the ghostly presence is still evident there today. In recent times, some people have used the house as a drinking den. There are beer, as usual, these places are always covered in beer cans, bottles, cigarette butts. Some of the locals will tell you it's where the youngsters dare each other to tell ghost stories in the house on Halloween. The funny thing is, some people have said that they have felt the presence of an angry man who didn't want them there. There may be some truth to the matter. Some say it's haunted. Some will tell you to cop yourself on. There's no such thing as ghosts. All I'll say is that it's unlikely you'll come into contact with the Cooneen poltergeist. But there's certainly something not quite right about that cottage. Would you spend a night there alone?
Nope.
Nope.
Hell no.
That shall be on our list of places to go visit.
Oh my god. Would you go inside?
Yeah.
Would you?
Yeah. Would you not?
I don't know.
I think I'll go inside in the day. I think I would be shitting
Not at
myself
night.
if it was nighttime, yeah.
We definitely went one time. I don't know if you were there in the car. I can't remember who the heck I was with.
Yeah.
I was in a car. We went somewhere to some house and it was dark. And just because it was dark, it made it worse. Were you there?
No.
Were you there?
I do not think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it was actually somewhere quite near where we live.
What, Cooneen?
Trying to remember. And it was like a house and it definitely had a story. Anyway. Yeah, maybe we'll go. Maybe we'll go to this one. And then we have to go to Darky Kelly's as well.
We've got a lot of places to see.
Yeah, put it on the list.
Yeah, we'll have to make a list when I eventually get home.
Yeah.
Okay. Shall we just end it
There
here?
you go. Yeah. Slán. Or do you have any advice?
Do I have advice? No. That was a funny one.
That's a good one.
Go buy a kettle. Americans.
Here, America.
Start investing in kettles. It'll change your life.
Actually, my last workplace had like a hot water tap, boiling water tap.
Yeah.
You ever had those?
Yeah, I have that in work.
That's a level above.
Yeah. You don't need to buy that. A kettle is enough. America.
I don't know. It was really quick to make tea. The only problem is if you have children.
Oh,
That's a big no-no. But this was an office.
Yeah.
So it's all adults. But
yeah, we have it in ours.
Do you?
Yeah. We have loads.
I never
of them.
had an office that had that.
Really?
This is the first ever office that had this. Yeah, it was really cool.
We have one. The principal has one. The other, the key stage 2, they have one, and then there's another little mini office. So we have like 4 or 5 of them.
I don't think it's as much of a thing over here.
It's really convenient.
The hot water taps.
And it's like
it's very convenient.
One is hot and then one is cold.
Ours was one tap, and you could switch between the hot and the cold.
Oh well.
Yeah, it's cool.
Anyway, yeah, very interesting
so when
stuff.
I'm rich, I'm gonna have that.
I don't think it's that expensive, Chris.
It feels like a very extra thing to do to have installed. All right.
I'll
see you on the next one.
All right, bye guys.
Slán.
Rate, review, and subscribe.
Rate, review, and subscribe.
Bye.
Bye. Me Time and Murder would like to thank and acknowledge our sources that make this podcast possible. References can be found on our Instagram page.